A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant move that marks the second day of the new parliamentary session, the government has introduced groundbreaking legislation aimed at alleviating student debt and reforming the childcare sector. This initiative is expected to impact approximately 3 million Australians, providing them with an automatic 20% reduction in their student loans. Education Minister Jason Clare took to the floor, outlining the details of the bill, which is anticipated to gain swift support from both the Coalition and the Greens. The reforms not only promise to ease the financial burdens on students, but also aim to address the pressing issues within the childcare system, ensuring better access and quality for families across the nation. However, the introduction of these measures has not come without controversy. The Greens, represented by Elizabeth Watson-Brown, have expressed their dissatisfaction with recent changes to parliamentary standing orders, particularly regarding the recording of votes. Watson-Brown argues that the new rules, which allow for the omission of names when fewer than 6 members vote a certain way, undermine transparency and accountability. She stated, "Voters deserve to know how their representatives are voting. The government wants to let their MPs off the hook, so they can go home to their electorates without having to justify their votes." This sentiment echoes a growing concern among voters who are increasingly turning away from the major parties in favor of a more diverse crossbench that holds them accountable. The opposition has also voiced its discontent. Manager of opposition business Alex Hawke criticized the changes, suggesting that they create a facade of increased transparency while serving the interests of the ruling parties. He remarked, "It's a move predicted by Tony Burke, who had this to say about the opposition. I suspect I know the speech that's about to come. If it's like we heard yesterday, it will be about the rights of minorities. Allow me to say I am pleased that the opposition have found a minority that I support. I am disappointed that it is themselves." This parliamentary session has also seen discussions around the power of the Speaker, with new amendments allowing Speaker Milton Dick to boot MPs for up to 3 hours for disorderly conduct, a significant increase from the previous 1-hour limit. These changes, recommended by the House Procedure Committee back in 2021, are aimed at maintaining order in the chamber. Furthermore, the allocation of questions during question time will now be adjusted, allowing crossbenchers to have their voices heard more effectively. As the Parliament continues to navigate these changes, the focus remains on the government's commitment to fulfilling its election promises, particularly regarding student debt relief and childcare reform. The legislation is set to be introduced on Wednesday, with hopes for a quick passage through the Parliament. In a broader context, the discussion around climate laws has also resurfaced, with Nationals leader David Littleproud expressing skepticism about meeting net zero targets, as his party pushes for a repeal of several climate-related bills. As these debates unfold, the Parliament stands at a pivotal moment, balancing the need for reform with the demands for transparency and accountability. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.